It's okay to bid on the Washington Commanders. If you're Jeff Bezos, it's okay not to bid. Here's what's not okay about what's going on with the sale of the Washington Commanders. It's too damn public. When the Marlins were being sold, we had things going on that were public, but they were all controlled by me. I was the one leaking different things about different bidders. I was the one making sure that bidders knew if you open your mouth and give a quote, you are automatically disqualified. You will not get the 23 votes. Keep your yapper closed. All the things we talked about that Utah did wrong. There is stuff going on in the bidding for the Commanders that is just one fumble after another, pun intended. Word came out yesterday that Jeff Bezos is not interested in bidding for the team. Do you think for 1 minute that Jeff Bezos is not interested in bidding for the team because it was released that he's not interested in bidding for the team? How about a better possible solution? How about Jeff Bezos leaking that he's not bidding for the team because he doesn't want the other bidders, who are Josh Harris, Mitchell Rales, and Magic Johnson, and Tootie for, God damn it, Tillman Fertitta. Are there any names that you have in your world that you can't say? Like any words that you can't spell, and no matter how many times you see them, no matter how many times you say them, it still doesn't come out right. There's no way I'm the only one. There's no way. I guess I'm just willing to admit it. I can never remember or say his name. Tillman Fertitta, another bidder for the Commanders. Do you think that Bezos thinks that they can increase their bids just to try to get more money out of Bezos? Or that Dan Snyder could claim that there's other people bidding at certain numbers to get Bezos to increase his bid because he'd be bidding against himself? Why would anyone selling a team ever want people to bid against themselves? For the life of me, I can't think of a reason. I'll keep thinking. Putting a market out there that may or may not be accurate in order to increase the value of your asset? Golly, that's something, isn't it? Of course, there's incentive for Dan Snyder to think and to have out there that there's people bidding and bidding, and for Jeff Bezos to be bidding against himself. Jeff Bezos has incentive to not throw away an extra $100, $200, $300 million. Well, that may be the money that's in his safe in his home. The fact of the matter is, rich people don't want to be fooled. They don't want to spend more money than they should because that's how rich people stay rich. Rich people don't buy retail. Tillman Fertitta gave an entire statement yesterday where he outlined his bid of the Commanders, saying, I bid $5.6 billion for the Commanders. Why? Because that's the value that Forbes had them at. I can't. Does he have any PR help? Anybody at all? Is anyone telling Mr. Fertitta what to say just out of curiosity? Or did he just decide that he was going to say this bunch of malarkey? I made a bid on the Commanders for $5.6 billion, and that's the value that Forbes had them at. That's all I can say. I own a franchise, so I love them selling for a lot, but at some point, I don't think $6 billion is the right number. Okay. He drew a line in the sand. He said he's not going above $5.6 billion. And you know what Dan Snyder's saying? Great. I don't care. Because behind the scenes, I'm telling Mitchell Rales, actually, I'm not even talking to Mitchell Rales. I'm going to talk to Josh Harris or Magic Johnson if I can. I'm letting them know that Bezos, despite everything he's saying or what you're hearing, is absolutely involved. And if you don't go from 6'2 to 6'3, you're not getting the team. I don't care what Fertitta said. He wasn't even in consideration. I don't have the votes for him, and he doesn't have the money to close. This is why you need multiple groups bidding for the team. This is what you do if you are Daniel Snyder or his bankers to get the maximum amount of money. None of this means that the Commanders are not going to be sold. They are. None of this means that they're not going to be sold for $6 billion or more, because they are. And none of this means that Jeff Bezos is not going to buy the Commanders, because I still think he is. I could be wrong. It's a wait to see. I'm willing to get it wrong. But don't tell me because he announced that he's no longer interested in bidding through a source that means he's not bidding. That would be inaccurate.